Hey, great day to each and every one of you. Welcome to Talk with Tillett on this wonderful Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. So glad that you decided to chime in. Listen, we've been talking about overcoming your past, dealing with some of the mistakes that you made in your past. Sunday, the hashtag, I'm not turning back. I refuse to turn back. I will not turn back. I was thinking about that because it's kind of been a series that we've been working with. God just dropped us into that series. It wasn't anything that I planned. God just dropped it in my spirit, and here we are today, right? I was thinking about the past and some of the difficulty that the past has brought into many of our lives. As a matter of fact, maybe on a different level, I can share something with you that's somewhat comical now that I look back on it, but it certainly wasn't at the time. When we lived in New Jersey, lived on about nearly 2 acres of land, had everything landscaped right, and had the gardener out there. I used to tease him because he used to put I call it the football and baseball field lines, probably more so baseball field lines across the lawn. You would see it. And I was just so casual in the backyard and in the yard with the kids as they were growing up, playing and moving about in the yard. And I remember talking to my landscaper one day. I said, I'm surprised living out here like this and on this land in this space, the field behind us, that had never had any encounters with any snakes. I was like, wow, this is great. No snake property. My landscaper said, I can guarantee that there are snakes out here. And I've run into a snake every now and again as I've worked in the yard. I said, that's interesting because I never did. Well, fast forward, cut through the field to get to the other side of the road. I had a box in the backyard, a box in the front, because we had these landscaping lights for the yard and they would shine up on the house, et cetera, et cetera. And so I was in the box because that's where the timer is. So as the seasons change, time changes, it was time for me to go in the box and change the time. So I opened the box up, stuck my hand inside of the box like I normally do before I even looked down, and then I looked and noticed that there was a snake coiled inside of the box along with the wires. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I missed it. You're talking about somebody jumping, because one thing I do not like, and that's snakes. I know I have at least 50 witnesses now that said amen. Do not like snakes. So somehow got the snake out of the box, changed the time, put the lid back on the box. Mistake that I made, that I did not listen to the knowledge and the information that was given to me by way of the landscaper telling me that there are snakes there. I had never seen one and experienced one, so I moved about like, okay, there's, no snake in the yard. Well, I can tell you after that event that every time I walked into the yard, my eyes were always on the ground, looking to see if there was anything moving or anything sitting still, waiting to bust a move as I was moving about. And so here it is. It was a mistake that I made, maybe not as difficult or challenging as a mistake one might make in a relationship, a mistake that someone might make as it relates to their finances, or a mistake that somebody might make as it relates to their job. They should have kept the job, but they quit. Now they regret it. Or there was a relationship that you got out of that you probably should have stayed in. You should have given it the time because you left that relationship, got into another relationship, and it's been a mess. There's all kinds of stuff, mistakes that we make. But I'll tell you this, as I've often said, that making mistakes gives us some perspective. What it does is it gives us an opportunity to look at those mistakes and build on top of those mistakes. And so one of the things that I did And I'm telling you, not only did I look down every time I went into the yard, but even before I took the box off to make any future changes, you know how it is when people use a long stick or something to move something out of the way, so that they have that distance from whatever that issue or that event or that situation might be in front of us. Yeah, that's what I did. It was in my mind so that I didn't make the same mistake. Put it into perspective and use the past so that I would not make the same mistake in the future. So what I'm going to tell you today is whatever situation caused you to fall apart in the past, or whatever bad choice or bad decision you made in the past, again, whether it was a relationship, finance, whatever it was, use that again as a building block that helps you get to the next level. Get to the next level just simply means so that I don't do the same thing over and over again. Because the truth of the matter is sometimes we continue to do the same thing over and over again until we get some perspective, right? Have some conversation with God, and then God gives us revelation, because God is always giving us revelation and helping us to make the right decision. Sometimes we just have to, as my parents used to say when we were little, put on your listening ears, hear what God has to say, so that it helps us so that we don't continue making those bad mistakes over and over again. That's my time. As a matter of fact, I went a little bit longer today, but I know that you were blessed by it. I pray that you were blessed by it, rather. And let's do this. Let's take those past mistakes, use them as building blocks to get us to the place that God is really trying to help us get to. There is destiny in your life, and you will accomplish that by also using those bad choices, those bad decisions to help you get to the next level. God bless you, and I look forward to sharing with you next Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. Talk with Tillett.